Analisa here. I wanted to jump on and pull some cards and do tarot horoscopes for May 1st. Today is Beltane, which is a Celtic Galaic holiday that celebrates the entry into summer and kind of the peak of spring. It is a holiday that honors the element of fire and everything that fire brings with it. So I thought it would be fun to jump on here and pull a few cards. Another transition that we have going on today is Mars entering the cardinal fire sign of Aries. So I'm going to start with Aries and we're going to pull cards for what Beltane is representing in your life and how you can utilize this energy for the month of May and how Mars in Aries can be utilized. So we will start here. I will try to get through these quickly. So we're going to go ahead and start with you, Aries, because you are the first sign of the zodiac. And we have for you the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is a card that's represented by fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Tens in the tarot represent beginnings and endings of cycles. And the Ten of Wands is a card that represents often that we have taken on way too much than we can handle. So it's usually a card that represents feeling burdened. The advice of this card is to ask, where can you lighten your load? Where can you learn how to ask for help? Aries has a really hard time asking for help. It's usually something that Aries people have to really work on. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't have to take on everything. You don't always know what's best. Sometimes getting another opinion and being humble enough to listen to what other people have to say is beneficial to your learning and growth. Usually the Ten of Wands is asking you to exercise humility and learn how to say no. Learn how to say no to things when your plate is already too full. So where can you say no to things? Where can you set better boundaries? Where can you lighten your load? And where can you ask for help? All right, that's you, Aries. We're going to do Taurus now. And this is for the month of May. So Beltane today, Mars entering Aries, but energy that you can take for the month. So this is Taurus. We have the Shaman or King of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, not Wands, Swords. King of Swords, Shaman of Swords reversed. This card, when it comes up reversed, usually is an indicator that we need to be really intentional and mindful with our speech. So if you are somebody that is still working on knowing how to speak your truth in a way that is still kind and also methodical versus reactive, that can be guidance here. The Shaman of Swords, when it's upright, is really good at speaking, knowledge, truth, wisdom from a very grounded place. But when it's reversed, it usually indicates that there's some humility that we're still working on and that we need to be mindful to not be too harsh or cold or aggressive with our speech. So that's your guidance for Mars and Aries and May. All right, Gemini, you're next. You're the mutable air sign of the zodiac. And for you, we have the Magician card reversed. So the Magician card often is symbolized by Mercury in Aries, which is what we still have starting out the month of May. Mercury is leaving its shadow period on Sunday. And so to me, this indicates that, you, Gemini, are in a position where you are still having a hard time with maybe acknowledging just how much power you have over your own life. You're in a place of self-discovery and kind of figuring out how you can step into this new chapter and really harness the skills that you have in a way that helps you confidently move forward. And the missing piece for you is having faith in yourself and having confidence to believe in yourself right now. So it sounds like May is going to be a month where you're still learning how to maybe heal insecurities or heal wounds around whether or not you feel like you really can manifest the life that you want. And the Magician card, it really wants you to step into your power, and it wants to remind you who you are and that you have the power to create the life that you want. So you're going to be working on those themes, it sounds like, starting out May. All right, Cancer, you're next. We have the Six of Discs. The Six of Discs is a Taurus card, and we're in Taurus season. And when this card comes up, it represents our relationship to giving and receiving, especially in the physical. So whether that's giving and receiving through financial exchange, it could be physical exchange that we have with intimate partners. It could be our relationship to, self-worth and how we feel we are contributing to something or gaining from something in our work environment. It's also a card that represents success in business often, or in the work environment. So a lot of themes around that are coming up for you for Taurus season and the month of May. There's a helicopter flying over. It's probably LAPD. I feel like they're always flying over. Okay, Leo, you're next. Leo, we have the Daughter of Cups. This is a really positive card. The Daughter, which is also known as the Page of Cups, symbolizes a renewal of the heart. And so we're in a place where we're open to finding new ways to love ourselves, to love others. She really represents new beginnings, especially around the heart space. So it looks like May is going to be a month for you, Leo, that has a lot to do with starting a new chapter in terms of your heart space. There's a lot of emphasis on self-love and self-care, doing things that bring you emotional fulfillment and nourishment and healing. We love to see it. All right, Virgo, your May card. We have the Tower for Virgo. So the Tower represents some kind of cataclysmic or catastrophic change that's coming for you in May. Something's about to shift and change in a major way. Sometimes when the Tower comes up, it feels terrible. Everything that's coming up is just very not the way that we wanted things to go. But what comes out of the Tower, the Star card comes right after the Tower, which is the card of peace, and the storm has ended, the relaxation. And so even if everything seems like it's falling apart, usually that falling apart of everything can lead us into something that we didn't even know we needed or that was better. But it sounds like May is going to be a very transformational month for you, Virgo. So just, be ready for some change. It could lead you to the right things. All right, Libra. We have the Six of Wands. So this is a great card for Libra. This is a card that's ruled by Leo, and it represents a victory of self in some way. We feel accomplished. We feel like we've arrived into some new chapter that we've been maybe working towards. This is a really positive month for you in terms of finding that self-confidence that maybe you've been working towards over the last few months. So Six of Wands is a great card to see. You're going to have some sort of feeling of victory and accomplishment in May. Scorpio, you are next. We've got Temperance. I personally love the Temperance card. This card means that you recognize in May that you are the creator of your reality, and that you are able to, take past wisdom of things that you've learned and apply it in a way that has you manifesting and creating the reality that you desire. I feel like the Temperance card is the mature, evolved version of the Magician that we see at the beginning of the hero's journey. Temperance also, specifically means that that's what is required of you this month in order to make your goals happen. And sometimes Scorpio can be a little reactive, and by little, I mean a lot. Scorpio can be very reactive and very impatient. And in Temperance, we're learning the value of divine timing, and we're learning that there is kind of a natural ebb and flow with energy that we can utilize. That's what I like about astrology, to be honest, because with astrology, we can look at these windows in time where energy frequencies are more in alignment for certain things to happen, and we can hopefully utilize those frequencies to really help aid us in what we want to move forward. And that way too, when things aren't moving forward in the way that we want them to, if we're familiar with kind of why certain things don't move forward during certain astrological climates, we can maybe not be so reactive, and we can see the wisdom or the lesson in having to be slowed down or be more patient towards the things that we're working towards. I think a really good example of that is that there's just some facts in life around what can and can't happen at certain times, right? Like if we look at agriculture and seasons, you know, there's food that is seasonal that's in alignment with the rhythms of the earth. And of course, humans have found ways to scientifically, you know, change those things so that we can grow things at different times of year. But I think astrology is kind of the same thing, where it's like we have these climates that are most beneficial for certain things. It doesn't mean that we don't have free will and we can't alter some of that stuff or influence it. We definitely can, because we're agents of energy and change as well. But there's ways to make energy work for you, and there's ways where you're fighting against something and it tends to be not as constructive. And I think in the Temperance card, you're learning how to take that previous wisdom of what's worked before and apply it in a way that really benefits you moving forward. All right, you got a little bit of a longer one because I like that card. Okay, Sagittarius, you're next. We have the Empress card for Sagittarius. This is one of my favorite cards. It's ruled by Venus, and it's considered to be the mother of the tarot deck. And in the Empress, we're doing all things Venusian. We're self-caring, we're lavishing the self. We are nurturing the self through rest, good health, beauty practices, pleasure, joy, all of that. So, you know, spending time in nature with plants, all of that. So May is going to be a really positive month for those themes for Sagittarius. All right, we're going to do Capricorn. Capricorn, we have the Emperor. This is a positive card to see for you in terms of stepping into your own authority and your own autonomy. The Emperor is considered to be the father of the tarot deck and represents kind of having, you know, your material world handled in a specific way where you have a lot of resources and abundance at your disposal, and you're driving the bus, driving the ship forward of your life. In the Emperor, we do have to be mindful with how we are impacting other people. In terms of how we are driving things forward. You know, it's an Aries card and a very Mars energy, but still with that said, you know, it's perfect for a Capricorn. You know, Capricorn likes to have a lot of autonomy and control over its own life and the direction of life and the success of your life, and the Emperor is a great card for Capricorn individuals and kind of saying you're going to step into that power and that authority over this month. All right, we're going to do Aquarius next. There's a lot going on in Aquarius energy today. We have Venus squaring Pluto, and we see the Star. The Star is a really positive card for Aquarius, as it's actually ruled by you. The Star card is ruled by Aquarius. This is the calm after the storm. So if you feel like things were a bit turbulent in April during the Mercury retrograde, the Star is kind of this nice symbol of relaxation and calm after the storm. There's rest, there's rejuvenation. Things are kind of settling into a more positive place now. All right, now we have the last but not least Pisces card. Let's see what comes up for Pisces for May, Mars and Aries. We've got the Five of Cups reversed. This is actually a really positive card to see reversed, because when the Five of Cups comes up upright, it usually indicates that we're experiencing some kind of loss and we're feeling very emotionally drained and sad. We feel like we are focusing a lot on you know, the things in life that didn't quite go the way that we had hoped, and there's some kind of lack of fulfillment. When it's reversed, it means that we're starting to move away from some of the victim mentality in that situation, and maybe we're starting to realize that we need to move forward and not be so defeated by the things that we didn't accomplish or didn't have go our way. The Five of Cups is called the crying over spilt milk card, and so the guidance often is, where can we have gratitude for the things in our life that are working? Sometimes it's really small things, sometimes it's really big things. I think that it's easy for us to get really hung up on things that we didn't accomplish, but forget how much we have accomplished, or forget just basic like needs getting met. I mean, if you have a roof over your head, if you're getting to eat, if you have basic needs, you know, sometimes it's good to redirect your brain into gratitude, even if you're experiencing a loss. And as somebody that has experienced a lot of loss over the last 6 months, I can say that gratitude has really gotten me through this. And so, you know, I know it's easy to say, you know, you don't want to be toxically positive when you don't feel positive, but I do think that there is magic in redirecting our minds to what is working, you know, where can we be grateful, even in the face of some of the worst things happening. So that's your guidance for May. If you're experiencing kind of melancholy or sadness, redirect your brain into what is working, you know, because whatever, you know, energy flows where intention goes. So whatever you're putting your energy into and your intention into is what you're going to get more of. They say. So just keep redirecting your mind into the things that you want, and hopefully you'll come out of whatever sadness you're feeling soon. So that is your tarot horoscope for the month of May. If you would like to book a one-on-one session with me, I am booking for May and June. You can email me at ladyofleosure.com and find me on ladyofleosure.com as well. All right, happy Beltane. I'll see you guys soon.